Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, welcome to another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. It's your boy Big Zeke in the building. I'm here with my brothers, Kesey.
What's good, good people?
I'm also here with my brother Dre.
Happy NBA All-Star Weekend. Happy to be back. I don't need no applause.
Here we go.
I don't need the. I'm happy to be back with the 94 Feet Nation. How y'all doing, brothers? How was y'all weekend?
It was going good.
Casey, how was yours? Since you want to act like you know.
I ain't get to kind of finish.
Go ahead. You may
I
finish.
said was going good. It's going pretty good.
Good. Good. Casey, how was your weekend, man? How you doing?
I mean, I've been off since Thursday, you know. So thanks to our blizzard. But hey.
Kids could have went to school.
Well, you got to think about it, man. When you put yourself in the situation of people that have to make those decisions, the roads were bad. The snow was blowing. There were like 37 accidents on the interstate.
And that's just the interstate. In the city streets weren't even plowed like they should have been.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'll say this. For where I live, we maybe had 2 inches of snow.
But see,
Maybe.
it was more inner towards the lake. It
Yeah.
was more towards the lake. So school, more where the MPS school districts were is where majority of the snow hit.
I don't want to say specifically, but in the Brookfield, Waukesha area, it snowed pretty bad too.
Did it?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
And I guess for a lot of parents, all these days off showed me was y'all don't like y'all kids. So y'all know them teachers ain't lying.
Well, first of all, people came.
Oh, they been knew that.
People
They knew
came
that
to
from
my
the
job.
pandemic.
People came to my job was like, oh no, I had to get up out of there. You got 2 or more kids, you got to get up out of there.
Listen,
Blizzard be damned.
that's all the world showed me was y'all don't like y'all kids. Now y'all know what these teachers and these counselors and these administrators and everybody else that work with students be dealing with. Your kids be lying. Deal with that stuff at home.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey,
What up?
the sun got to shine on the dog's ass sometimes.
But to I was gonna say, I'm sorry. This is still
Freestyle.
We are still
He did.
testing.
You good.
It's still Black History Month. So shouts out to that. Happy Black History Month, my brothers.
Happy Black History Month.
On
2
this
more
Black
weeks.
owned network, couple more weeks. I wanted to have a Black History fact about sports, but I don't have one. My
I got
apologies. Is it about you?
No, I'm not a sports figure.
Okay. But
So
you will
if
find
we
a
want
way
to throw out a Black History fact,
about sports.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is the first player since Wilt Chamberlain, I think that they said average 30, 10, and 5.
What's that have to do with Black History?
Giannis black. He black. What you mean?
What else is you supposed to talk about?
What else you supposed to do?
I said a Black History fact.
That is history. Wilt Chamberlain ain't played in almost 40 years. What's wrong with you?
Oh, okay. Fine.
Or were you looking for
Fine.
something like the first black player to ever play in the
That
NBA?
would be nice. I thought that's what you was going to come with.
Well,
That was what I thought you was going to come with.
well, I didn't say I was a historian.
I did know that.
Because they were too good, they didn't get accepted into the NBA.
I wish you were on the microphone, but
So,
I appreciate that.
since he wants to act super educated now, Earl
I
Lloyd
didn't say.
is the first black player in NBA history since the Giannis quote wasn't good enough for him.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That is a Black History fact.
If you had an outline, I would have had it ready for you.
So
Here we go. We
got.
So, anyways, this
gotta have
past
some fun.
this weekend is All-Star Weekend in the NBA. As some of you don't know, we record on Sundays. So we're recording before the game.
I'm
But
sorry, Zeke. And that was in 1950, everyone. I guess I should have said the year that happened. That was in 1950.
thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But so this weekend was All-Star Weekend, even though we're not going to be recording we're recording before the actual game, but Friday and Saturday did happen. Friday was the Celebrity All-Star game. Did you gentlemen happen to see?
I did.
I did.
Shout out to DK Metcalf. Is it McCaffrey?
Metcalf.
Did you see him take
Metcalf.
you seen him?
I did. He got MVP, 20 points and 10 rebounds. Real quick. The NFL wants to test him for steroids, and they should, because that man is aggressive. That man is
But-
aggressive.
But most
See-
football players are. If you've
They
been,
are.
if you've been around football players,
They are.
you have to be aggressive. If
They
you're
do.
not aggressive, you can't play that sport.
It's just funny when it comes to the basketball
Because
court.
I'm telling
That's
you,
what-
you
that's
know,
the
you know
thing.
why it's so funny?
What?
It's because basketball is so finesse,
Yeah.
and you see football players come in with that aggression. Listen, you be like, hey, bro, just relax. It's a
man.
layup.
So you know what? Since it's Black History Month, want to test a black man for steroids just
Mhm.
because he was aggressive.
Nah.
That's like the angry black man approach. You know, you a little angry in the office meeting today. So
Here's the thing. When
I'm just
usually I-
saying. I'm
you-
just saying.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. And usually I'm like, you're right. But a couple of things. Number one, he was jumping at the gym. Number two, he posted a video. He jumped, was like crazy, but that's here nor there.
But they are frequency athletes too, just
They
like
are.
NBA players. I mean, they just play a different sport.
They are, and but he got MVP. Shout out to him. 20 points, 10 rebounds, double. He got MVP.
Shout out to Mike the Miz. As y'all know, I used to be a big time wrestling fan,
Still are.
and I'm not a big time. I'm casual. I'm more
Oh.
casual. I can admit I'm more casual.
Oh yeah.
But Mike the Miz hit a Dame Lillard type of shot at the end of the game.
I wish he would have counted.
I should have counted.
No,
No,
he got it all way after the buzzer.
And not all the way.
Not all the way. It was a quick
like
point.
an inch off his hand. And shout out to Mike the Miz, because that brought a lot of notoriety to, you know, the world wrestling entertainment. And if you know anything about Mike the Miz, he's a big time Cleveland fan, because he's from the Ohio area, and he's been a NBA fan even before, you know, pre-LeBron. And I thought that was cool to really see how he interacts with the NBA and basketball community. Kevin Hart's gonna be Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't recall seeing him. Was he there this time around?
I don't know if he was
I
there.
don't recall seeing him, but
he hasn't played in the last couple of years because he got MVP twice.
Yeah. They had the short guy. I forget his name, but he's freaking hilarious. The short Hispanic guy.
Yeah.
He's freaking hilarious. So it's a good game, man. I guess if when they come to Milwaukee in 25 or 26, we claim it. 25 or 26, man. The celebrity game would probably be the thing I'm least interested in.
Let me ask y'all a question. 25, 26.
Oh, I'm still going.
Oh, I'm definitely still going. 25, 26. Like Dre just said, bringing it into fruition. The Bucks have an All-Star game. They invite us. You going? No, I'm talking about playing in a celebrity game.
You can't turn it down. There's just certain.
You
things.
can turn it down. I'm just asking you. Are you
No,
gonna play? Well,
you know,
first of all, Dre,
course.
can you see me?
Man,
Are you gonna play?
Please, and by 2026, y'all ain't gonna be near a basketball. Okay.
Man, I ain't been
You
one.
say what?
Y'all ain't gonna be near a basketball at 25, 26. Okay. We'll be in 25, 26.
But it's like riding
we'll
a bike.
be
It's
in-
like riding a bike
We'll
for
be
us.
at mid 40s.
No,
Earl, what? 25, 26 will be.
that's only 2 years from now.
Man, we'd be knocking at 44, 45. That's
No.
still some time.
We'd be like 42,
42,
42, 43.
23, 24, 20. Because we're talking 25, 26. We're talking 3 years later, 3 to
That's
4
2
years
years,
later.
2 to 3 years from now.
Fine.
25, 26,
Fine.
because it's 23 already.
So we'll be 2 or 3 years over 40.
So, back
so
to
y'all
the
ain't gonna be
question.
near no basketballs.
It's like riding a bike for us, Dre.
Yeah.
Nah, it ain't.
Now, for
Listen,
you, on the
nah,
other
it ain't.
I
hand,
still play.
Nah, it ain't.
I'm asking you.
Hey.
Nah, it ain't.
I'm asking you.
It is for
I still play. I still recreationally play.
whatever happened to that one-on-one y'all been having since season 1. We are now in
He
season
don't
3.
wanna, he don't want to play.
I just want to put that out there. Y'all talking about me. Don't throw me under the bus.
He don't-
See, here's the difference, 94 Feet Nation. I know I can't play no basketball. These two old heads are in denial.
I'm not in denial.
I'm going to still play if they offer.
So
He
I
don't-
won't
he-
play, but I'll coach.
He don't want
There
to
you
play
go.
me.
I'll coach.
First of all,
I will be comedy.
I will coach. I will coach. the
Tone
team.
said he gonna play.
I'll coach
I'll-
the winning team.
I'll play.
Keep y'all both on the bench.
But that's a hater move right there.
Get all the
That's a
other
hater
celebrities.
move right there.
Get all the other celebrities from Milwaukee.
Hey, Dre, you gonna put your guys in?
Nah.
Nah, they good.
No, we trying to win.
No.
You know what I'm saying? We can call
That's
Kesey
right.
brother Courtney. We can call Gio from MAS. We could call some of the other people in Milwaukee. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? We
They ain't celebrities. We are. So, okay. Get me on the clock, coach.
you know what I'm saying? We could get some of the people that be hooping
No,
out
but
here
I
in Milwaukee. We get
I would go. I would play. Give me a couple weeks to go to the gym. A couple of weeks and then I'll be in there.
I would. There's certain things you just can't turn down. Like
Yeah.
even because the celebrity game, nobody takes it serious.
Nobody.
No
does
one
take
takes the
that.
All-Star game serious until the final 5 minutes. So it's all a comedy show. It's a who's who. It's a let's have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Giannis is coaching his butt off.
Yeah, he was.
So he was.
Yeah, he was.
The thing I like about Giannis is he's always there to have fun, but there is a still competitive edge to him. So he's still trying to win,
yes, clearly.
but you know what I'm saying, he always has fun. Then after that was the Rising Star game How do you guys? I think we talked about this last year. I think last year they introduced us, or the year before that. But how do you guys feel about this new format they got going on here, where it's like a quick tournament?
Say that again. I'm sorry. That
You
kind
said
of
a
went over
quick
my
tournament.
head. I'm sorry.
It's like a quick tournament.
What is
the
that?
Rising Stars game.
Oh yeah.
yeah. It's
I
a quick
kind of like
tournament.
it.
I
don't.
do like it.
I don't.
I kind of like it.
Really?
I don't.
You don't
Because
like
it makes it a little more competitive.
I would like it better, NBA gods, if you're listening, instead of the Rising Stars Challenge, let's truly, because there's nothing. Kevin Durant, and I don't agree with a lot that he says, but he recently put up a tweet. He said, "Why are people turning down not playing in the All-Star game?" He said that used to be a rites of passage in the 80s and the 90s to get
We're gonna
selected
get there, but go ahead.
and want to play. I would like to see them take the skills challenge and let's make it really competitive. And let's introduce like a 2-on-2 challenge, right? Grab 2 players from the Bucks to play against 2 players of the Lakers, 2 players from the Jazz to play against 2 players of the Pistons. So let's have some true competition that's truly show the world who the better duos are. I would like it more to be a competition versus just a skills challenge, because we see that every day.
I said the Rising Star game.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're talking about like the rookie sophomore thing. Yeah,
I
okay.
I
I'm
like
sorry, I
that better.
misunderstood.
I like that better than the rookies versus sophomore game. The rookie versus sophomore thing, I didn't like that.
Mhm.
But this, I do. At first, I didn't like it, but I've grown to like it. I think that it's still fun. It's a lot of sloppy basketball, but they rookies, so they ain't used to playing with each other. That too. But I did like it. It was I do like a little quick tournament, and then the fact that they got all, I think it's like 8. It's not 8 teams. It's like 6 teams. I think it was like 6 teams.
It's
Is it 6 teams?
it's 4 teams, and the winner of both games play each other.
That's what it is. But so a shout out to Team Paul for defeating Team this is Joe Kim 25-20. As the New Orleans Pelicans, Jose Grand Theft Auto, this is Alberto hits the game winner 3-pointer.
Did you say Grand Theft Auto?
That's what they was calling on the whole game.
geez.
I actually like that nickname. That's why
Who
I
is
said
it?
it. The little guy off New Orleans, Jose Alberto.
Alvarez? Jose Alvarez?
I think Alvarez is they couldn't pronounce his name. They was calling him Grand Theft Auto. Alvarado. Okay. They was calling him Grand Theft Auto the whole game. So he got MVP because he hit the game winner. And then he called it before. He's like, hey, man, I bet you I hit this game winner. They give me the ball, I'm hitting it. I'm like, oh, okay. So that was cool. So that summed up Friday night. And then Saturday we got to the festivities of the skill challenge. Now back to what you were saying, Dre. I've never been a big fan of the skill challenge. But again, it's starting to grow on me. There's 3-on-3, but I just feel like
It's not 3-on-3. It's 3 at a time.
well, it's 3 teams. It's 3 teams
But
of
they're
3.
not playing against each other.
They're not playing against each other, but they're doing competitions against each other.
That's a better.
So
it's
like a
competition.
hometown one,
Yeah.
the Antetokounmpo brothers, Antetokounmpo, the brothers, and then it's the Rooks. They almost had it. I ain't gonna lie to you. And with during the skills challenge, they kept talking about like, they got a ringer. With Drew Holiday replaced Giannis, they got a ringer. They got to win this. And I for sure thought they were gonna win it because they had him. But
You said who replaced who?
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday replaced Giannis because his wrist.
Oh,
He's still playing in the All-Star game.
He shouldn't.
He should.
He shouldn't.
He should.
No, he shouldn't.
Yes,
There's
he
only
should.
24 games left in the regular season.
He's
I'm
the-
not saying go
he's the-
hard.
He's the face of the All-Star game.
I'm not
So
saying
what?
go hard. I'm not saying go hard.
So what? KD was the face last year and he didn't play.
I'm not saying go
He's
hard.
not gonna go hard.
I'm saying
Wait, when have you not known Giannis to go hard? When have you known him not
I see what
to
you're
go
saying.
hard?
I see what you're saying, and I'm with you. But Giannis gonna be Giannis. He gonna go hard, unfortunately. But so I thought they had it, but they didn't. They lost to the hometown.
Yep.
Which is cool. I wasn't tripping. I mean, the hometown. I was more surprised the rookies didn't win this thing. This kind of because Utah, Jordan Clark, he came out cool with his chains on, earrings and stuff. Like, what are you doing? So he came out cool playing himself, and then he was playing around. Then he got going in second round. Bless you. And then, but that was fun. Did you guys check that out? The skills challenge.
I did. I watched it. I was happy for Utah because they're a home team, but that's boring to me. Like that whole
So you don't like the skill challenge at all?
So
I don't.
I'm gonna be honest.
I don't.
I missed the whole skills challenge. I've seen everything but the skills challenge.
I don't.
I'm not saying you need to see a skill challenge because
You know, I
most
gotta-
people
I
do miss it.
I got
Most
how-
people do miss it.
I got a house full of kids, so you know
I
I get to
called you.
enjoy every second.
Yeah, I get it.
So you know,
So
how
no
that-
snow days for you.
They wasn't technically snow days.
It's
I
more
mean-
work days, if anything. So a skill challenge, and then we went to the 3-point contest. 3-point contest surprised me actually this year. This year was very surprising.
It was good.
Overall, it was good. I was very
I
disappointed.
thought the hometown kid was gonna bring it home.
I
boy.
thought the hometown. He had 31 first round. I'm like,
I'm like, here we
okay,
go. Okay,
buckets.
you know what I'm saying?
let's get
Hometown.
it. He was sitting too long. He was
Yeah.
sitting too long.
got
As
cold.
soon as he came out, I was like, he's not gonna win it.
They're racing against the clock too. A couple of them lost time on the clock. You could tell they were clearly
Hold
out
on,
of
real
breath.
quick.
Okay.
Tyler
Tyler
very-
Hero.
Tyler's very disappointed.
Oh man, not for
I'm-
Milwaukee.
I'm like, but this to me confirmed to me he's not a shooter like that. He's more of a momentum shooter. You know, the guys who are in the moment,
In
catch it
game.
off the fly,
In
in game. And so that confirmed that to me because I always thought that's who he was. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a slight on him, but he's not a set up shooter kind of guy.
Yeah. Quite frankly, the best shooter out there yesterday was Halliburton. He was the best shooter. Dame was the best scorer out there yesterday. Because if you notice what Dame did, Dame put all his money balls by his sweet spot,
Yeah.
which was smart.
It was.
And he made, I think, 4 out of 5 of the balls that counted for 3 points.
Mhm.
So Dame was the best scorer, but Halliburton was the best pure shooter out there yesterday. There was no, in my opinion, pure shooters. Tyler Hero, some days he'll drop 20.
What is your definition of a pure shooter, though?
Steph is a pure shooter, right?
That's the
Steph
first.
Curry is a pure shooter. Dame is a prolific scorer, but he puts up a lot of circus shots, right? Like if you think about Dame shooting them, 90-footers and going in,
That's what Steph do.
That's a shooter.
shooter.
he's a scorer.
He's a shooter.
He's a shooter.
If it came down to last shot,
Either
you
one.
can only score 3-pointers.
Let me ask you this question: Is
So when
Dame
Steph-
and Steph interchangeable?
No,
So when
Really?
absolutely
so when
not.
Steph do it, it's okay.
You're
Because he
missing
said
the
no.
point.
I'm saying you talking about the circus shots. Steph does it too.
Steph does circus shots, but Steph can also hit from mostly anywhere on the court. Let's not act
So,
like.
so can Dame too.
Did you watch the 3-point skill? He missed a lot. Okay, he
Who?
missed a lot.
But he won.
First
But he won.
2
By-
racks.
He won by he had 21 to win. So
Steph-
I'm not saying
Steph has had some 21 rounds when he's won.
you're missing it. What I'm saying is
Everything got to be perfect for
look,
Andre.
let me
No,
break
I
it
ain't,
down.
I ain't
Huh.
giving him no credit for that.
you don't have to.
Dame
have
Dollar,
to.
Dame Dollars is just as good as Steph, man. You better get out of here with that.
Doing what?
Shoot.
Shooting.
Okay, well,
He's an elite 3-point
This is
shooter.
what I'll say
I
about
didn't say
Dame.
he wasn't.
This
I
what I
said
say
he
about
was a
Dame.
scorer.
This all I
That's
say
like
about
KD.
Dame.
Hold up.
Go ahead.
KD's a scorer. He can hit from the three, but does that make him a pure shooter? He's a scorer.
I
They're
say
different.
Dame
those
takes
are-
way
here's
more
my-
threes than
Hold on a
him.
second. What is your definition? I want you to. What's the difference between a shooter and a scorer? Please break
So I'm
it
going
down.
to give you a pure shooter. Steph Curry is a pure shooter.
What's the difference?
Steph can pretty much hit anywhere on the court 90% of the time. Let's not act like Dame has had. Dame occasionally has some really low field goal percentage games. Not just from three. We're talking from two. Okay. When I'm talking pure shooters, you think about guys like Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, Steph Curry, Larry Bird. You know what I'm saying? Even Mark Price. Those were pure shooters.
Mhm.
I'm not saying Dame can't hit the bucket because Dame is a bucket.
Mhm.
I've said that many times, but he's a scorer, right? And he's a better in game. Yes, he won the competition, absolutely. But pure shooting wise, Dame was not the best pure shooter out there yesterday.
I feel like
That's not fair to say to the person who just won it off of 3-point shots. Is it?
What?
yeah.
That's not fair.
Yeah, well,
To the person who just won it.
This is what I say
That
about
sounds like a
Dame.
little shade because your boy wasn't in it.
That's
This
not
is-
shade at all.
That's what it sounds like.
Boy.
Sounds like a little.
Steph got 4 rings. Ain't no need to shade. 4 of them things.
Steph got what?
4 rings. Dame won't come close.
KD helped him with.
KD, the poster of can't beat him, join him, help them? No.
Yeah, he did.
They rescued him.
No.
They
Okay.
rescued him so he
All
can
right.
beat
No.
LeBron.
Okay.
He saw the king
They
come.
All right.
rescued him.
Okay.
Steph saw the king. King had found the remedy for them, and he was like, "Let me get some help."
I was just gonna say that I think that Dame has moments when he's streaky. So, but I won't take away as far as him being a pure shooter. I think when you talk about in today's NBA, when you talk about shooters, Dame is up there.
Oh, he's without a doubt.
I'm not talking about just scoring. I'm talking about shooters, like shooters. So, Damian Lillard won 3-point contest. Real interesting fact. I didn't know this, but I knew it makes sense. Halliburton has a very unique shot, and he shoots like that because when he was little, he couldn't lift the ball up, and he just continued to shoot like that. But nobody has. Usually, when you come to the NBA, you have a weird looking shot. They make you change it, like they did with Lonzo Ball, and they never made him. Nobody has said anything
Lonzo
to
still
him.
got his too, though.
It's,
that
it's,
weird
it's,
shot.
it's not as weird as it used to be.
I mean,
like it used to
Melo.
So
Melo
real
has
quick,
a weird one.
be. Where has
Dame
Melo?
Lillard is averaging about 46%
Are you really going to go back to this to prove your
field
point?
goal percentage,
To make
right?
sure you're right.
It's not that. I'm just giving y'all some stats
Go
on
ahead.
some
Go
of the NBA's highest shooting percentages at the point guard position. Steph Curry's at 50%. Kyrie Irving's at 49%.
Mhm.
Halliburton's at 48%. Dame is at 46%. Okay, so yeah, he's among the best. But then when you go down, you have D'Angelo Russell at 46%. You know, even Holiday's at 46%. So as I mentioned, yeah, Dame is one of the most prolific scorers in the game.
Mhm.
And you say, oh, you just mad because Steph ain't in it. And Steph is shooting at 50%. Okay.
From field goal
From
range.
field goal range.
What is
50%.
3-point percentage?
So
So that's what we're talking about, right?
Mhm.
But the bottom line, we were talking about pure shooting, man. That's all. And I'm
They
not
all-
taking anything away from
they
Dame.
they all straddling the line of 50%. I mean, how much? I mean, Andre, come on, man.
You know
Come
what?
on, man.
I'm just doing like
Get a
you
brother.
do.
Get a brother.
I'm just doing like
No,
you do when it comes
no.
to LeBron.
Get that boy some credit, man.
I gave him credit. I said he
you ain't.
won.
No, you
He's a
ain't.
pure
No, you
scorer.
ain't.
What?
He's a shooter.
Back in.
I said he's a pure scorer.
He's a shooter.
I'll take Dame. But with the game on the line, you give him the ball to Dame or Steph,
Dang.
Dame.
and y'all losing.
Did you
Because
not?
y'all losing.
Because as we've seen in the finals, Steph don't show up.
Steph has 4 of them things.
Yeah, not because he showed up in the finals.
Steph has 4 of them
because
things.
Clay showed up.
Steph was the
because Clay
MVP.
showed
Was
up.
he just the MVP or not? Was he just the MVP of the finals or not?
against
That's
Who?
facts. That's facts.
against who?
Boston.
Oh,
Yeah.
so now it's against who? And they eliminated the Bucks. Now it's against who? When they were the most
They-
dominant team last season.
They beat a hobbled Bucks. Don't you forget that. Don't you
Oh, I
forget-
know that.
Don't you
but I'm
forget
just saying
that.
what you were saying.
It was a hobbled Bucks. Don't you forget that.
And you're co-signing for this is who? And you picked Boston to win? Y'all are trash hosts today.
Whoa.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
Why?
How?
Because
Because
now
Dre don't
you're
want to be
not-
wrong.
No,
But go ahead.
now you're changing the argument.
How much?
Nobody changed. Nobody changed. Nobody
Yeah.
changed. Nobody changed the argument. You are.
I all I said was
All we said was give the brother some credit, and then
be this hype in the All-Star episode. We shouldn't be this hype. Move us on, man. Because you're not about to give me in this LeBron mess.
we didn't even say one word about LeBron.
You
Clearly.
no.
See, hey,
no.
did I
You
bring
get the
up one
trigger
word of
word,
LeBron?
Your trigger word is Steph, and then you just went on from there. I had left it alone.
It is. Steph, what you say? What you say? What?
I mean, Curry not that good. Curry not that good. What are you talking about? These accolades. I'm like,
And then he get to bring it up. I ain't bringing in this LeBron stuff. We ain't said one word about LeBron today. Not one word did we say about LeBron today.
I'm not going to become Stephified like you're LeBronified.
you are Stephified. I had left it
You just
alone.
You just proved
I
it.
left it alone.
You just proved it.
The facts you presented was Steph is a better shooter and is percentage wise than Dame, but Dame is right there. Yes or no?
He's close.
He's right there, right?
He's close.
So then we said, is he a pure shooter or a scorer? I said he's a shooter.
Is Dame top 5 best shooters ever? No, he's not.
No,
No, he's not.
no. Steph barely makes that.
Steph is number 1. Best shooter ever played the game.
Well, fine, I'll give you that. Hold on. I'll give you that, but don't act like Dame is not in this conversation.
I did not. Once
Yeah,
again,
you are. Yeah, you are.
As
Yeah, you
long
are,
as
you get
long as Steph is number one, then yeah, he's in the
You
conversation.
know, I've been texting you on the past weeks after I listened to the episode. I say, told you I didn't say that. So when I listen to it again tomorrow, I'm gonna tell y'all. Told y'all I didn't say Dame wasn't a killer. I said it. He's a killer. He's a dope scorer. He is elite.
He's a shooter.
Not a pure shooter.
He's a shooter.
I haven't
He
heard
shoots.
the
Shoots the ball very
definition.
well.
I haven't heard the definition of a pure shooter.
Paul, I gave you 5 of them.
You gave me examples.
I gave you 5.
You gave me
Oh.
examples.
I said Steph Curry, Ray Allen, Mark Price. I said Reggie Miller. Jordan. Was Jordan a pure shooter? No, he was a scorer. It doesn't take away from his dominance.
Yeah.
Pure shooters can shoot from anywhere on the court, and the chance of it going in wherever you shoot.
Okay.
Dame is
All right.
a scorer.
That's the
Bottom line.
hold on. Now you just gave the definition.
Yeah.
And if you're saying that a pure shooter is somebody who can shoot from anywhere and has a higher percentage of going in than a scorer. Me personally, I'm putting Dame I would put a Dame in the category of a shooter than a scorer because most of Dame points comes from him shooting around a 3-point range.
Agreed.
So that makes him a shooter.
That makes him a shooter.
But you're missing the point.
What's your point?
And can I say this?
The point. Go ahead.
All-time 3-point list.
Who's number 1?
Steph.
We know.
Ray Allen.
Okay.
James Harden.
Okay.
Reggie Miller.
Okay.
Kyle Korver.
Okay.
Damian Lillard.
I just want
Kyle was a pure shooter.
hold on a second, real quick.
Okay.
James Harden is what on that list?
Number 3.
And he's a scorer or shooter. He's a scorer.
Woo.
James Harden is a scorer.
He could be both.
No, he's a scorer.
He could be both.
I'm gonna tell you why he's a scorer. Because James Harden, when it comes to free throw attempts, when it comes to free throws, he's always every season he's at the top. He's at the top of that list.
Now look up all-time field goal percentage. Look up
I
all-time.
mean, as amped as he is, it
Yeah, I
probably is.
wouldn't be
So, because when you look at all-time field goal percentages, you can't really judge that on pure shooting because who leads those most of the time? Centers.
Yeah, center. Yeah.
Center.
I'm not saying that I'm not even looking at percentage and stats. I'm looking at how this guy gets his buckets. Dame gets his buckets.
He's a bucket.
Similar to how Steph gets his buckets, shooting from 3-point range. Shooting it's some jumpers in there, but it's mostly shooting from 3-point range. You have like James Harden who can get his buckets from 3-point range, but he chooses to get the and one, go in the lane, get somebody, cross him up,
Get that
such and
foul
such and such,
call.
get that foul call. So he's a scorer. You gave example of KD versus what's his name? Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, more of a shooter. He shoots the 3-pointer. He's a shooter. KD, he shoots, but is more mid-range. he can shoot the three, but he'll pull up in that mid range better. He's more comfortable there. So when you talk about Dame not being a shooter, to me,
I didn't say he wasn't a shooter. I just say he's more of a scorer than a shooter.
You say he's a scorer.
He is.
Okay, I got a
so
quick
you're not
question
saying
for
he's a
you.
shooter.
I got a quick question for you. Is Steve Nash a shooter?
He's a scorer.
I
Or a
would
scorer.
say Steve Nash is more of a scorer because Steve Nash was brought in the game to make things happen, right? Your shooter's going to get you out of the hole. They're going to keep you in the game. They're going to keep you from being blew out, right? Your scorer will come in. They got a sweet spot, right? Dame clearly has a sweet spot, right? That left side of the three-point line. He has that sweet spot. Steve Kerr had a sweet spot. He was never he's a phenomenal shooter, but I think he was used more for his scoring ability. When you think about the Bulls, Jordan passing him that ball to hit that three, that was for him to score. But he was a dynamic three-point shooter. Let's not take away from that. And I'm not taking away from Dame. All I simply said was
Steph is a 42.7% shooter.
But he's still number one.
And he's number one.
Exactly. And I'm not saying that he
Steve Nash is 29 and he's a 42.8% three-point shooter.
Ooh.
That's what you going for?
Career
Shooter.
shooter. I'm just saying.
I'm sure Jordan somewhere on there too. And we know, and we're not saying Jordan's a shooter.
No,
we're saying he's a
Jordan's
scorer.
probably at the bottom of the list. I ain't even see Jordan name come up yet.
So, like I said, Dame is a baller. He is, but on the spectrum of scoring or shooter, I think people might classify him more as a scorer. But that's all.
Yeah, hit us up on the socials. We're gonna post that question. That's very interesting.
Yeah, is Dame more of a shooter or a scorer?
But so after
What do y'all think?
after the 3-point contest, there's the annual dunk contest.
Oh,
This dunk contest is probably the best dunk contest in the last 4 years.
Probably 10.
10.
It's
Really?
been horrible for a minute.
and
It's
since
been
Aaron
horrible.
Gordon stopped, yeah. It's been
You know
pretty
what?
bad.
I forgot about that. Since Eric Gordon retired, quote unquote, and he lost his dunking championship. I forgot. I think it was Zach LaVine.
Dwayne Wade, hater.
When them the last two great dunkers, and then we had hated this Black History Month. We have what's his name? What's his first name? I think his last name is McGall.
You mean from last night?
Yeah. Is it
He plays for Philly's minor
McClung.
league team.
is it Mark McClung?
No. Mac McClung.
Mike McClung.
Mac.
Mac McClung.
Yeah. So he is from he played he got signed to a two-way deal to 76ers. Only played, I don't even know if he played in 2 games, but I know he got signed this week to the 76ers. Either he played or they played 2 games. So he was only been on their team for like two games. And he was in the G League before that. I believe he's with the Lakers for a little bit this season. It might have been with Golden State the previous season.
He was the Lakers, the Bulls. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it was something Kenny Smith said that because I was rooting for him anyway, but something Kenny Smith said really was interesting to me. He said you have your in-game dunkers, then you have your dunk contest dunkers, and it made me think about something because we always want Zion and Ja Morant and LeBron James, and we always want these guys who we see do these phenomenal dunks in game to be at a dunk contest. In a dunk contest, you got to be 2 things you need to be:
A high flyer and creative.
creative. I won't say high flyer. I'm gonna say short. Because guys who win the dunk contest are short.
Nate Robinson. Steve Francis.
Isaiah Ryder. Like these guys are what, 6'5".
Hale Minor.
Like that's what's funny is that so Gordon is 6'8", 6'10".
Yeah.
Zach LaVine is 6'7", 6'8", but they have more of a glide than quote unquote creative, and like they hops is crazy too. I want to take away from that, but I guess my thing is this: I don't want to see. My point is I don't want to see Ja Morant. I don't want to see Zion. I don't want to see LeBron James because they're in-game dunkers. Like LeBron James is an in-game dunker. Ja Morant is an in-game dunker. Zion Williams is an in-game dunker. Because if you do a 360 in a dunk contest, that's a 6 to me. 7, if that.
Yeah.
But you're not like the stuff he was doing, and then the replay.
But Mac McClung, he got some videos that's been out for a while that nobody.
I didn't
I've
notice
seen-
he was in high school and college doing this.
I seen them on YouTube a lot.
Yeah. So
He's a
he.
YouTuber.
Well, first of all,
Well, watch
apparently his daddy got him these hops. Like was like training. Like every day he was training. He got him some hops like that, which is crazy. But
Is that how he got him?
yeah, that's how he got him. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. Boy put in work, ain't man.
Man.
But to me, that's very interesting. I just kind of wanted to hear you guys' opinions
You gotta sell
on.
that remedy. There's some kids that want to jump.
Oh
Well,
yeah, they calling his daddy right now. Like, hey,
I-
you want to put on the clinic?
I mean,
Because-
I seen a stat that said before the All-Star game, he was worth like 100,000, and he said after he was worth like $500,000.
you mean like a
like-
contract?
Like people were calling him for endorsements.
Oh, okay. I see what you're
People
saying.
were calling him for possible getting on the team. But here's the thing: not to take away from what he did, has anyone ever watched him play basketball?
I have.
Can he play?
He's straight.
He's straight.
He is.
I like it because he's 6'2". He's not your average NBA height.
You know what it is
That's
with him?
average, though. 6'3". That's Steph. 6'2", 6'3".
There's a
That
few with
is.
him.
I won't say average.
Average for point guards. That's
For
not
if you're 6'2", you better be great at something. I'm talking about you
John
better
Morant-
be phenomenal at
John
something.
Moran is 6'2", 6'3".
Exactly. He's phenomenal jumper.
And he's a phenomenal jumper, too.
He is. That's
Look,
true.
come
Okay,
on.
let me ask you this
come
question.
back
then.
with something else.
Let me ask you this question then. Do
You
you
can
see
be
him?
hold on. Let me
Go.
clarify that for you. You can be a phenomenal jumper, but are you a phenomenal athlete?
That's true.
It's a difference.
That's true. That's very true. And can you do something besides jump out the gym?
See, he can do those dunks. Ain't nobody contesting them. Ain't nobody doing that.
Yeah.
But how do you jump when somebody get ready to block your shot? How do
Morant
you-
6'4".
No, it's 6'3".
Who?
John Morant,
Morant.
6'3".
Okay. Is he that tall?
He might not even be 6'3".
I thought he was like 6'4". He might be like long, but
John Morant just jumped like a leaper.
oh, he is
He's
6'2".
6'2". So same size as
Huh.
as
Jesus
Mac.
Christ.
Mm.
All right, I'm not even gonna hold you. That just take his game to a whole nother level. But I thought he was like 6'4".
He's a game changer though. You can't just have hops and that's it. You have to be a game changer. He does more than just dunk.
But
You have to guard him.
you have to guard him, and I think that.
Can he shoot? I've never seen him play in a real game.
So I've seen him play in the real game. That's why he say he's straight. Like he's a good. If he was the Lakers, he would come off the bench, but it wouldn't be because he's. I don't want to say he's just a dunker, but he's just a dunker.
And then another thing is, who can he guard?
Nobody.
Because John Morant leading the league in steals, I think. So even though he is 6'2",
Trash talk.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. Like as far as like John Morant, because he's 6'2" now, we got to really kind of compare the two.
he don't even sound right coming out your mouth.
I know, right? But it's one of the things where like I see Morant more than just a vertical dunker. Like he can shoot a little bit. He's a leader. So like for this guy, I don't even want to say he's at the wrong opportunities or he's had some bad opportunities, but I just don't see him taking nobody's starting spot. Now, I don't watch a lot of G League games. I ain't gonna hold you. And in the G League, I think he's averaging maybe like 10 or something like that.
No, he was the G League Rookie of the Year. Do you know that?
Yeah. But that don't mean his stats are off the chain. So I guess that's my thing. Like in the G League, he was at in the G League, he was averaging 21 points, 7.6 assists, 6.6 rebounds.
Yeah. Let me.
That was his rookie year. This year, he's
and
averaging
he was
like
MVP
19.
with them numbers.
He was rookie of the year.
Oh,
This year,
okay.
he's averaging 19 in 18 games. So in 18 games, he's averaging like 19.1. And maybe y'all can answer this question. As we all know, there's a difference between the G League play and NBA play.
Sure.
He's in the G League for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't want to say because Kenny Smith was I hate to put this word, but he was just kind of like he was hyping it up. He was like,
Right.
"Welcome to the NBA."
He was right.
He was right. He was like, "Welcome to the NBA." A lot of times, leaping ability will get you on the team. At least it'll get you on that 12-man roster. What you do after that is up to you. But it'll get you on that 12-man roster. But there's a reason why he's in the G League. I don't want to say it's hype.
Yeah. Let's be okay with the fact that a G League player came to the All-Star game and won the dunk contest.
Mhm.
Let's be okay with that and let him shine where he needs to shine. Because what I see us doing here is we're recreating like a Lynn Sanity, right? He ain't going to get in
Dude,
it.
I was just thinking that,
You
but I
know-
didn't want to say that.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't going to go to an NBA game and be able to do no dunks like that unless
You
he's
said
on a
that.
fast break,
Yeah.
right? Unless he's doing some pre-game stuff like LeBron, and maybe a team might sign him for that. You know, maybe they'll say, you know what, we're going to sign you to the Bucks and your job.
But when I think of him, this new dude, Mac McClung,
Mm-hmm.
he kind of reminded me of like a TJ McConnell. I don't know if y'all know who that is.
I know who TJ McConnell is. He kind of a little bit do. But TJ McConnell was, I won't say a lockdown defender. He was a pretty good defender. He wasn't a great scorer when he was open. When he was open, he'll hit it, but he wasn't like. But the reason he's not in the league right now because I think his height. It's a height thing.
Yeah, he's about 6 foot.
It don't take.
Maybe 6'1".
It don't take a coach to see you get crossed up by Steph a couple times. Like, you know, let's just pull this guy out. Let's
But
pull
he's
him
been
out.
in the league since 2015.
That's very true. How many minutes he get in the game though?
He's averaging 21 minutes a game. So you think?
And, you know what?
So to put it like this,
Right situation. Right situation.
Yeah, Indiana, right
Indiana
place, right
with
time.
right situation.
You got to remember, look where he at. He with Philly, right?
Yeah.
Tough to get some minutes over there at the guard position.
Tough. It's tough to get some minutes over there at the guard position. So
And that's what you have to realize about the league as well. It's about being at the right place at the right time because
very true.
you can be on a roster that's guard heavy and you ain't gonna touch the floor. They're gonna send you right to the G League every day.
yep. But you go somewhere like Charlotte, where the guard is a little more guard heavy, but they injured and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and so you could get some clock like that.
Yeah. So they said that in his career, he's made $106,000, and winning the dunk contest, he made $100,000. So he made almost as much in one night than he has his whole NBA career in one night.
That's good.
And then you ain't even talking about the endorsements he's gonna get.
Oh yeah.
He'll make some millions off that.
If I were a GM, I would sign him just for the name recognition. Come see dunk contest winner, and then at the beginning of the game,
What do you think
during warm-ups, let him put on the show. That's what LeBron never gave us a true dunk contest, but before every game, what did he do?
Put on the show.
Put on a show.
And like I said,
Put on a show.
like
Steph Curry is always in a three-point contest, but before every game, he does what? That circus shot
Mhm.
from every single arena. So if you can get this guy to help you sell some tickets, he's great for marketing now, especially.
I tell you this though, you give him one fast break dunk, and he do one of them dunks,
Place gonna go crazy.
they're gonna go nuts.
Yeah, I think he'll be on Philly for the rest of the season.
Yeah, just for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I seen those.
Man, listen.
What would so he got 250s, and to be honest with you, I've seen all his dunks. They were all 50s. I think his second one, I think he was just trying to get warmed up. But was it second? Yeah, that was his second one before he did the crazy one. I think he knew exactly what he was doing.
He double pumped it.
He double pumped it. I think he knew exactly what he was doing. He dumped the pump. My favorite dunk was him hitting it off the backboard, him grabbing it from the two dudes,
Touching the backboard.
touching the backboard, and then it was like, did he hit a 360?
No, he dunked it backwards.
Dunked it backwards. That's what he did. And I was just like, ooh, yeah, he got this in the bag.
I knew it. Off that first dunk, I said, oh, it's over with. I
But
said it in my head like, it's over with. He's going to win.
I thought, what's it called?
Because I seen his videos on YouTube before the dunk contest
Yeah, I did too.
a long time ago.
Did you see
And when I saw him do it in the dunk contest, I'm like, oh, he got the crowd too now? It's over with. It's game over. The crowd was, and you had Giannis sitting there.
Dog, Giannis is a fool, by the way.
Somebody tweeted,
y'all-
Giannis ain't seen it. Giannis ain't seen a dunk he didn't like. I said, you're hilarious.
Bro, no,
That's fine.
Giannis told one of the players, He's like, get your saw my video when he was filming the dunker. But the thing is, did y'all see Shaq and Kenyon Martin Kenyon Martin Sr. little almost squabble? They bet $100K. Kenyon Martin Sr. said, I bet you my son win. Shaq said, put 100 on it. Shaq said, put 100 on it. I guarantee he won't win. I don't know who Shaq was going for.
He was going for McCall.
Yeah, because Shaq was like, put $100K on it. So Kenyon Martin sounds like he might owe Shaq $100,000.
Kenyon Martin had a bad lobber.
He shouldn't have used his dad.
He shouldn't
have used his dad.
He shouldn't have used his dad. And before him, he had a bad lobber.
Let me tell you something.
Because that first dunk, when he did it, when he threw it off the edge of the backboard and he did it behind the reverse, I was like, ooh.
Let me tell you something.
Who?
He's just like his daddy.
Oh, he
They
does.
in-game dunkers.
Yeah.
And they will dunk on you.
Oh, yeah.
And they will posterize you.
Mm-hmm.
But dunk contest, them dunks ain't going to win it.
So
I guarantee
So you didn't like that, his first dunk?
They was all right. They was all right.
They were. So I'm going to be honest with you. From what I was watching, and I'm not a guy that reads comments a lot because people are critical and cruel. But a lot of the comments during the dunk contest was snooze fest until Mac started dunking.
Yeah.
That's when people started waking up. It was like, why are we still having the dunk contest? Why is this? Why is that? But the minute Mac got the ball, everybody woke up.
They didn't, don't even say when he got the ball. After he made his first dunk,
after his first dunk.
His
changed
video,
the whole perspective of the show.
There's a link out right now that said his video in 12 hours of his highlight from the All-Star game had 520 million views. They said that's more in NBA All-Star game history. 520 million people watched.
So he's gonna make a good couple of $1 million off of this.
Oh, he should, he should.
He
I'm
should.
happy that he was able to, come out and put on a show. But I think it raises a question. We don't need our superstars in the dunk contest.
That was my point when I was getting to before. Like, I don't want to see Moran.
Yeah,
Zion.
we don't need them.
I don't like Zion said he'll get into it. He might get into it next year.
I would like to see him.
I don't want to see him either. John Moran said he never doing it.
Because LeBron never did it.
Let me tell you something about this real quick.
Because LeBron never did it.
Let's get into this
What
real
does
quick.
LeBron got to do with John Moran?
That's what he said.
He said that?
He was like, he said LeBron never did it. Or maybe a commentator said, I'm sorry. Let me not put that on my rant. But they said LeBron never did it. KD never did it.
KD shouldn't do it.
None of the superstars ever did it. Did Kobe ever do it?
Kobe did it.
Kobe won it.
Kobe did it. Kobe won it?
Yeah.
His second year.
Did he? Okay.
His second rookie year.
This is before he started getting ticked.
Okay.
Hey.
This is
the year he was the finalist for Sixth Man of the Year.
No.
Yeah, no?
No.
His rookie year then.
Because he was a finalist for Sixth Man of the Year.
That was his third year. He was the Sixth Man of the Year.
Finalist.
Because the first year he didn't play. The second year is when he got a couple minutes and he played in the dunk contest. And the third year is when he got sixth man because he took over Eddie Jones.
Sure. If I'm the NBA,
because I used to love Eddie Jones. And then I seen Kobe come over and take over Eddie Jones' spot. I was mad.
Eddie Jones was a baller and he was a shooter. If
he was a scorer.
If the NBA were smart, they would play off the momentum right now. Open up the dunk contest.
They talk. I think they're talking about it because I think this whole All-Star weekend is starting to open up for the G League guys.
Open up for G League, and I'm not going to say open it up for locals, but have people send audition dunks, right? Do you want to compete in the NBA All-Star game for $100,000 in the dunk contest? Give people a platform because outside of a few, no one knew Mac before last night. No one. And I'm a loyal basketball follower. I read the dirt sheets. I listen to Stephen A's podcast. I have updates from Woj coming to my phone. And I've never heard the name Mac McGill until last night. Never heard. Never knew who he was.
Mac McClung.
Thank you.
I've never heard of him in any
Mac McGill from Friday Night Lights.
I've never heard of him anything NBA related. Only time I've heard of him is on YouTube. Preston watches.
I was just gonna say kids know who he is.
Preston know who he is.
The kids know who he is.
Really?
Yeah.
Preston seen him was like, I see him dunk all the time. Dad, he can dunk really good. I was like, oh, okay.
Sound like my nephew.
But like I said before, I think there's definitely a difference between a dunk contest dunker and an in-game dunk contest.
Oh, Absolutely.
And so or in-game dunker. And most of the guys we want to see in the dunk contest are in-game dunkers. Even
Is-
Morant. John Morant is an in-game dunker.
Is Giannis an in-game dunker?
He's definitely an in-game dunker.
Yeah, you remember he was in a dunk contest before he became famous?
Yeah.
I don't even
it was
remember.
bad.
It was bad.
I don't even remember.
Oh, it was bad.
That's how bad it was.
Oh, man.
Because this one
And he talked trash before it.
and they didn't know who he was. They didn't know who he was, so they really wasn't trying to pronounce his name. And here is Giannis.
He said, if you don't know me, after the night, you're going to get to know me. And he put on the most trash dunk, bro.
Did he?
Well, first of all,
I don't even remember.
let me
Yeah,
just scroll
Google
back.
it.
Did y'all see the 3-point contest?
I did.
And then Randall shot that 13. His son is over there boo-hooing.
Like, Daddy, you embarrassed me.
He
had to get him out the stand.
He's like,
He had
he's
to
like,
get
bring
him
him
out
over
the
here.
stage. He was
He's like, what you
crying.
crying for? But he is, every time he loses a game or he has a bad game, he is very emotional. And on one hand, it's nice, it's cute.
That's
But
kids, though.
but on the other hand, son,
No.
and on the other hand, when
No.
you get to high school, they're gonna be rolling these tapes back. They're
Yeah,
gonna be
but
rolling these
that's
tapes
okay.
back.
And that's the unfortunate part of being in life. But if you look at any celebrity kids,
Nah,
when their dads are not playing, Lil Curry. What's Lil Curry name? Hello, Klay Thompson. Lil Curry. When Steph is having a bad game, bro, you can see the frowns on his face. Even when Bronny, when their
Bronny
kids
is
were
chilling.
younger, no.
Bronny is chilling.
Now he's about to be in the NBA in 2 years. Now,
Before that,
always been chilling.
we always been chilling.
Nah.
He's
Man,
always been
bro,
chilling.
they had them frowns when Brian was losing too. You
He
better
was
look at some of them
chilling.
final tapes, man.
He
But
was
these
damn
kids
good.
are also built very different, social media world, and they buy into what their parents are doing, man. So
That's good. Like I said before, it was nice. I think,
Randall
but like,
was like, "What you crying for?"
I was like, dude, what you crying
I
for?
was like, what
I
you
said the
crying
same thing.
for?
He was like,
He was pissed. He's a meme now.
Everybody
Yeah,
wants to see their
definitely.
dad win.
That's true.
Everybody, I think it's great.
That's true.
I think it's great.
But the dunk contest topped the night off, and it was cool. I think it was better. This was probably the best dunk contest, like I said before. And he said he's gonna come back for next year. So today, well, not today. Tonight is the All-Star game.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead.
Before you go, I'm sorry. Giannis and Holiday just got their All-Star rings. Didn't know they get rings
I
for
didn't know they get
All-Star.
rings either.
And Giannis was like, "Thank you. This is cool for now, but we trying to get the other one. So keep watching.
That's okay.
Let's go, Giannis. Let's go, Milwaukee. Let's go."
Giannis was funny because they was like, Giannis, what are you wearing? This shirt was free. This jacket was free. Nike, I got a shoe with them. These shoes were free. I was in my head like, number one, Giannis, you a real one. That's number one. Number two, you do be getting Nike shoes for free because every pair of J's be on your feet. I'm like, damn, Giannis be fresh. That's very true.
Did you see some of the outfits they had on yesterday though?
I did.
The NBA players.
I did. Let me tell you something about the worst dresser in the NBA, but everybody be giving him props. Dwayne Wade. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the way he dressed. I don't like the way SGA dress. But they when you got money like that, you a high fashion dude. Everybody want to be a high fashion dude.
Yeah.
I don't like it. But let's get some predictions in for the All-Star game, gentlemen. Who y'all got? Team Giannis, the team LeBron.
We don't know who
we
they
don't-
are.
We don't know because they're not doing the draft.
It don't
know
matter.
who they are.
Hey, it don't matter.
It do
Yeah,
matter.
it does.
Why it matter?
Because we don't know who they're playing. They got a draft.
I'm asking you. Are you?
Okay, the better question you should be asking is,
All right.
who are you drafting first if you Giannis?
Yeah,
who
we
are you
should really
drafting
be
first
doing
if
a
you LeBron?
draft.
We already did that.
We didn't do a whole team draft though.
Yeah, we
I
did.
think we did a starters.
We did
No,
a
because
whole
you asked
thing.
us who are we picking last.
Who's
and I
your
said
first pick?
Halliburton.
If you Giannis right now, you got
That's not
first
fair.
pick.
You know who he picking first. Well, you got to pick a starter first. You're right.
He don't have to pick a starter first.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't. He said he picking up Drew first.
Okay, there you go. There you
Now, am I picking up Drew first? I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna. You can't waste your first pick, Giannis.
That's not a waste.
No, this is what you do. It's not a waste. But what I'm saying is he's not a start. He's not a starter.
Why not?
He's not a starter.
He could be.
No, he's not.
Why not?
Because they have their starters. Who are you talking about? They have their starters, but you have to pick. But you can pick whoever. But whoever you pick, they starting. So do you want to waste your first pick on your buddy, or you gonna tell him, I got you? Let me get Luka Doncic, please. Whatever. I'm taking
So
Luka.
regardless of what, he's still a starter.
I'm taking.
If you was voted a starter, you start.
you're a
a starter.
starter. Bottom line.
Bottom line,
Even if you get picked last,
you're still a starter.
You're still a starter.
Okay, so what difference do it make? I want to pick my boy first.
I'm not gonna waste my pick. Let me get Luka.
Listen, if we had to do it, come on, Trey.
We can do it right now.
I'm picking Giannis first. I'm gonna pick Holiday. You have to.
You picking Holiday
Would
first?
you
You gonna
pick-
waste your first pick?
If I'm-
Hold on a second, Dre. You're in fantasy basketball.
I
You
am.
know how much the first pick is. It's very important.
Listen, the difference.
We're talking about an All-Star game, not a season.
The difference is if Giannis wasn't the captain, then no. How about this? I'm not gonna be Giannis. I'll be LeBron. With the first pick, LeBron James is picking Kyrie Irving. Y'all crazy if you don't think he's not, because he's
Tampering.
He's laying the
Tampering.
groundwork for a reunion.
No, he's not
Tampering.
gonna pick Steph first.
Steph's not playing.
I mean, he's not gonna pick
I know you're not.
Kyrie first.
He's not gonna pick Kyrie first.
If
If
not
anybody
Kyrie,
would have picked first, it would have been Steph.
if not KD, KD's not playing.
Okay, he's not playing.
Uh,
You know who he's picking first? He's picking a Joker.
Be smart.
He's picking Joker first.
No,
No, but let's bump that out the way. Who's your first pick? Luka.
No.
Luka's my first pick.
If I know LeBron, he might be picking Ja first.
Why are you picking Luka? What makes Luka the best? Man, come on, man.
Luka, he's my first pick.
You gotta be kidding me. Better choices than that. I'll pick Tatum before I pick him. You crazy?
You just doing it because you don't like him.
No, that has nothing to do with that. I'm not picking no Luka Doncic in the All-Star game over. I'm not even gonna go there with you.
Go ahead.
Over Ja Morant.
Yeah.
You gonna put on the show? Come on, man. We put on the show. The end we're gonna win.
I want to win. Luka.
No.
Dude, you acting like Luka ain't gonna even cry in no All-Star game. The first pick.
There we go.
Dame Dollar pulling up from half out there still.
He ain't a starter.
So the first starter that I'm picking out of the starting lineup has to be Joker because he's the best of the 10. It has to be Joker. It has to be.
So
the
your
All-Star-
first pick is Joker.
The All-Star game is a run and gun game.
Yes.
I'm picking players that's gonna run and gun with me.
Luka.
No, Ja, Tatum,
Tatum.
Spider,
Spider. Come on, man. Stop it.
Kyrie.
I want Kyrie to be the last pick.
I know you do, because you a filthy animal.
I got to- After I'm picking Luka, I'm picking up Kyrie. Let's cut the baloney here.
Told you, LeBron's gonna pick Kyrie
LeBron's
first.
not
Look at the
picking
roster,
Kyrie.
like the only person I'm picking since KD and Steph can't be picked. Only person I'm picking is Tatum or Morant. First,
You crazy?
Tatum or Morant.
Over
We're
Joker?
not talking about a season. We're talking about an All-Star game.
Yes.
It's a difference.
Yeah.
What they have to do with it?
It's a difference.
It is a difference, but you can't even tell me. You saying this is my thing. I get Luka a little slow, but he's a bucket. He's a bucket. John Morant, cool. You give me some highlights. That's fine. Great.
And he's 100 miles an hour. 100
Yeah.
miles an hour. And that's what
You
you need
right.
in an All-Star game. You don't need people who are going to slow the ball down.
I need Luka to shoot from. I need Luka to shoot
Luka?
from the basement. I need Luka to shoot from the
Luka
basement and
and
hit
Joker
it.
slows the game down.
Then on top of that, check this out.
Even
Steph
though
not
they're
there.
good, they slow the game down.
Steph not there. Luka's probably the best shooter out of the whole roster.
No.
Who?
Tatum.
Stop it. Tatum's a scorer.
That's playing?
Tatum's a scorer.
Come on, man.
And from past, he ain't been shooting that much in the All-Star game. He ain't been, he ain't been balling like that in the All-Star game.
And you act like Drew won't dunk on you.
Who's your MVP?
Where's the game in Utah? So
LeBron.
Luke.
Lori marketing. I mean,
Lori Markin.
I think it's Luka's turn. I think it's Luka's
I
turn.
think it's Luka's turn,
I think
too.
it's his turn. I think Luka will come out going G and want to be the
Giannis, I would say Giannis, but because he is his wrist, I think he's gonna be smart and not go stupid hard.
I don't
I'm
know
telling
about
you.
that.
Now, real
the
quick,
All-Star MVP is Jason Tatum.
Jason.
Watch.
Maybe.
Watch. Just watch.
Jason. So your prediction is Jason Tatum.
Yep.
I'm going Luka, and you going Luka too? Dre?
I'm gonna go with Luka. Because I think it's his turn, and yeah, it really don't matter. It could be anybody, but I would love to see Kyrie Irving right now because he's the most hated man.
It
So
could be LeBron.
I
for
would
all we
hate.
know.
You would like as well to be LeBron. I mean, he ain't going to the playoffs. So you might as well. Anyways,
Who was your favorite player?
Luka.
I don't have a favorite player.
Yeah.
Okay,
Negro
so then
love
so
Luka.
how you gonna say anything?
What do you mean I'm not saying anything? I'm just saying you would like for him to go. He's not going to the playoffs, and you would like for him to be MVP. Those are not true things. I vote for my team.
We already make a bet.
I ain't making a
I
bet.
got-
you ain't betting.
Put
I
your
ain't-
money where your mouth is.
I'm not
then.
bet. I'm not betting.
Guarantee the Lakers make the playoffs.
I don't have a gambling problem like Dre do. You're not gonna talk to
Guarantee
me.
they
into
make the
it.
playoffs.
How
Guarantee-
much?
See?
And they ain't got to be number one to make the playoffs. You talking about they only got to make it to 8.
No.
They can be
So
10.
are you saying play?
Exactly. My
Hold on.
whole
Are you saying play in? Are you saying playoffs? Two different things.
playoff and is playoffs.
No,
Ain't it?
No,
play in
You got to get out. You got to
is
win
top
twice.
6.
You got to win twice.
Top 6 is playoffs. You win there.
Play in. You got
7
to
to
win
10
twice.
is play in.
You got to
But
win
if they win,
twice.
but if they win in the play-in, then they ain't going to the playoffs. All you got to do is win the first game.
Yeah, I
have
get
to
that.
win 2.
I'm saying
You got to win one.
Is it one?
You just win one. You
yeah,
win your
you
first
win.
game.
You win
you
one. You win your first game. You win. You win. You lose that game. You get another opportunity.
Oh, got you. Okay, got
So-
you. I misunderstood.
So
that.
what you say? All right, that's why I'm asking you. Are you
You
saying
got a lot of faith in these new Lakers.
we gonna talk? We gonna
Yeah.
get there next week.
They look
But
decent.
they what?
They look decent.
Hey, they do. I ain't gonna hold you. They look
D'Lo
good.
look like he fit.
Hey, real quick,
As
real
long
quick.
as he don't stay injured like Anthony Davis, because you know he's
Here we go.
injury
Here we
prone.
go. All this if it was a fifth, we all be
Yeah,
drunk.
yeah, but it's true. He's
All
an
right.
injury prone player, is he not?
Steph is too.
He sure is, and the Golden State ain't doing nothing either.
Real quick.
I wouldn't bet on them.
But ain't nobody riding their heels though.
Real quick. It's also buyout season. That's the aftermath of the trade deadline.
Yes, praise God.
Kevin Love is planning to sign with Miami Heat because he just got bought out by Cleveland. But we have Patrick Beverly still out there, John Wall, Will Barton, Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is talking to the Clippers. That's who everyone thinks he's going to sign with, but that's who
He's also talking to the Bulls.
he's also been in
The
conversation
Bulls
with
are
the Bulls.
front
But
runners,
I think he's going to talk to Phoenix signed Terrence Ross, and they're finalizing a deal with Reggie Jackson. Also, Danny Green is signed with Cleveland with the Cleveland
I don't
Cavaliers.
get that one
I don't get that either. I think they just
because he could have went to the championship team.
That's true. My question for you guys is: should the Bucks buy or sell? Be like, you know what, we good, or should we look into one of these guys?
I would have liked for us to look into Kevin Love.
I don't like Kevin Love. I didn't say I don't like Kevin Love. He still can produce,
Yeah,
not at a high level, but he still can produce.
but
Honestly,
Kevin
I-
Love can get you some points off the bench.
That's true.
Much needed.
I mean, you hit us in a group chat say about
I didn't know.
Pav,
I didn't know
man.
Seth Curry was finna be on a buyout.
that's
Pardon?
not official,
He finna be in the buyout market.
is he?
Yeah.
I don't, if he's available, I want the Bucks to go after a 3-and-D guy. So Patrick Beverly is a possibility. I don't think John Wall fits the culture we have in here in Milwaukee. Will Barton is another guy I would like for the Bucks to go after. So like either Pat Bev or Will Barton. I think those are the two guys.
I don't want Pat Bev nowhere near Milwaukee.
Why not?
Don't come messing up our chemistry. We're already champions. We don't need you to teach us how to make the playoffs.
That's very true.
We don't need you making celebrations because we got out the first round looking like we just won a ring.
Can we get passionate players though?
That's not
That's
passion.
a passionate player.
That was stupid. No, I don't want him nowhere near the Bucks. Will Barton's okay. Serge Ibaka, he's already gone.
If I'm the Bucks, only person I'm probably looking at is probably Danny Green.
Danny Green.
he
going to
already
Cleveland.
off the table. The
He-
Bucks
he-
really
he's
want
going to Cleveland.
the Bucks really want Derrick Rose. And the New York Knicks have insinuated that they are willing to do right by Derrick Rose because they know he's near
But
the
they
end
won't-
of his career.
Yeah, but they won't do it for nothing. That's the thing.
Well, you have to buy it. At this point, you have to do it for nothing. So they are talking about a buyout. So the Bulls will obviously want him because a lot of people think that this is the last hurrah for Derrick Rose. Last year or two for Derrick Rose.
Mhm.
Let him go out on top with the team that drafted him, the Chicago Bulls. Let him come to Milwaukee for a chance to win a championship. The Bucks are mostly watching Derrick Rose. But if I'm the Bucks, the only person I would probably sign off in the market right now is any of the shooters that's remaining. And there's not many shooters out there remaining. But it's not Pat Bev.
You're going to keep using that word, ain't you?
No, it's not Pat Bev. I'll just say that.
It's not Pat Bev. It's
not
not Pat Bev. And the only reason I'm against the Pat Bev situation is because, he can't shoot. Let's just call it what it is. Is this the last hoorah for Russell? That's who the
This is it, man.
This is it for
This
Russ.
is it.
This is it.
I'm telling you, Russ' best bet is to go to Miami. He
Nah,
better not
I
go to the
think.
Clippers.
Well, real quick. Does Miami get picking him love? Did that do it? Is that making
They don't
him-
necessarily have him yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
do.
No,
Once
they
he
don't.
clear
Yeah.
waivers, he
clear waivers,
committed.
he's signing.
I don't see it.
Well, you
Do
better
you
read.
do you see it making a difference? That's my question.
I do. I like Kevin Love off the bench because he can still be a 15 and 8 guy.
Hmm.
Kevin Love can still shoot the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Love is a great defender. All right. He can. And I think Kevin Love will bring Miami some much needed spark off the bench. But how do you not control those minutes with Duncan Robinson, with Victor Oladipo, and some of those other guys? So I think he's maybe a 7th or 8th option off the bench,
Mm-hmm.
but he's certainly not the 6th or 7th man.
I can see that. Well, we got to get going because we want to see the selection for the All-Star game.
When do they do the draft?
They do it right before the game, so I think the game is at like 7, so I think they do it at like 6:30 or something like that. But either way it goes, this has been another episode of 94 Feed Podcast. I'd like to thank my brothers Dre.
It's a good one, y'all.
I'd like to thank my brother Kesey.
What's good people? Appreciate y'all.
This is your boy Big Zeke. You can catch us on all social media platforms. You can also catch us on all streaming platforms. Agree with us.
Probably not.
It's
94 feet. Go ahead. You
It's
do it.
94 Feet Podcast. Peace.
94 Feet Nation, baby. Now you know
94
that's the
feet, good
line.
people.
You know that's the line.
you trying to interrupt me.
That's my line, man. Don't take my line.